Matt, you're here with your lawyer, Jordan Harden, charged with assault with a dangerous weapon and possession of firearm while under the influence. Hey, look at this. All right, for reasons I don't know, they didn't charge you with felony firearm, which is a blessing for you.
Welcome back to the courtroom, folks. Today, we've got a roller coaster of cases. From assault charges to meth possession, driving suspensions, and even embezzlement. Watch closely as Dante Wright navigates serious legal trouble without facing a felony firearm charge. A major break for him. We'll see lawyers negotiating, defendants reacting, and the judge keeping the courtroom under tight control. Who's going to get the harshest penalty? Who's getting a second chance? Stay tuned as we break down every twist, every waiver, and every unexpected moment right here.
Somebody with a gun is a felonious assault. If they charge felony firearm, it would attach a 2-year minimum sentence to it, but that wasn't charged. So you're waiving the matter to circuit court. It will be set for a status conference. I don't see that you owe us any money. Do you still live on, this is all messed up too, 8th Street?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
And are you employed?
Yes, Your Honor, I have a job at Miners and Three Rivers.
All right. You do have a couple things. No, that's Daryl, right? Apparently you don't have any unpaid fines or costs. Mr. Wright, your bond is continued for your appearance in the circuit court for a status conference at a date to be set. Continue to comply with the terms of your bond and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you got a freebie by not getting charged with felony firearm. What else do we know?
I will have to double check. Carrie Green, that matter, she was offered a misdemeanor today and talks with Mr. Robert, with her rejection of that offer. It sounds like their office may be pursuing that as a misdemeanor.
Is she here?
She was. I did not see her in the hallway. I'm gonna go check again. Maybe she was in the restroom. I told her to hang tight so we can make a record.
David Sweet's been waiting patiently.
Yes,
here.
he is a plea, Your Honor.
All right, let's talk to him.
Okay.
Mr. Sweet, come up and have a seat. Mr. Gibson, we were advised we were going to get waivers in both Guntle cases. Is that correct?
Yes, I need to go just over to the jail right now to talk to him.
I met with him this morning, Your Honor. I have him on the other file. In my discussion with him, he signed the waiver with me and he indicated he was willing to waive on Mr. Gibson's file as well.
All right, very good. All right, what else do you have, Paul?
I think as far as pre-exams, that was all. I just got the, there's a couple of preliminary exams today, but I think that was all I had.
Yeah, Judge P's got the prelim, so if he goes, and we're trying to deal
He had
with
an arraignment still.
What?
Was there an arraignment he needed?
Mr. Guntle.
No, Mr. Gibson.
Oh, yes, I need Mr. Gibson for Miss. Yeah, so stick around. Thank you, Jordan. Miss Cowgill showed up late and we'll do her arraignment here after we finish Mr. Sweet. I got a memory of Goldfish. All right, this is David Michael Sweet. Good morning, Mr. Sweet.
Morning.
Part of your legal education was to sit here and watch everything else that was going on this morning, so you were paying attention. You got charged with possession of methamphetamine, which is a felony, and we see lots of these. It's punishable by up to 10 years in prison and a fine of up to $15,000. It's a pretty onerous charge. Chief Assistant Prosecutor Josh Robert is here. Mr. Robert, what's the plea offer here?
The offer is for the defendant to plead guilty to use of methamphetamine. Dismiss the remainder, recommend time served, no probation. The defendant was just placed on a 24-month probation in circuit court on Friday for possession of methamphetamine charge.
All right. The complaint says that this happened in October in the city of Three Rivers, charged as a possession of methamphetamine with a drug double as a fourth habitual, which theoretically would make that punishable by up to life imprisonment. Prosecutors reduced on this to a misdemeanor charge of use of methamphetamine. That's punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. They're also recommending no jail and no probation. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Harden, is that your understanding as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Other than this plea agreement, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this
No, sir.
or threaten you?
No, sir.
You heard me go through the advice of rights a couple times this morning. Do you understand you have those same rights?
Yes, sir.
And you've executed a written one. You got stopped on your motorcycle at AutoZone. You had a small amount of methamphetamine in your possession.
Yes, sir.
Well, same thing. They sent it to the crime lab. You got arrested on 119, and you bonded on 120.
I turned myself in.
Yes, I believe he turned himself in.
Okay.
So.
Who's your PO?
Jerry.
He just,
Are they looking at the probation center or anything, or?
Eric's band.
All right.
I had my orientation yesterday and dropped clean and I got a call. Pivotal today?
Okay. Are you going to the probation center?
No.
You're just on probation?
Yeah.
Well, there's no sense for two probations. And call it 2 days jail credit, 2 days. I'm gonna make the lowest possible fine, which is $125.
thank you, Your Honor.
That's due in 30 days. We'll make that due by March 6th. Yes. No, she's over here. Here's Moser and the other PEC. I can't make the fine any lower than $125, a $50 state minimum fee and a $75 crime victim right fee. Are you working someplace?
No, sir.
Well, the money that you're saving by not buying cocaine, you can use to, or methamphetamine, and you can use to pay this fine within 30 days. I waived the attorney fee and I waived any other fine,
Thank you.
but you're good to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll send a copy of the judgment to your PO.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we lost Mr. George, but Mr. Cowgill is here, and so let's address her case. Would you come up to the podium, please? Are you Abigail Cowgill?
Yes.
You got charged with driving suspended, and I don't have Mr. George. He was here when you were supposed to be here, but he's not here right now. Maybe we can get him to help us. That was on January 6th. So let's take a look at your circumstance. You have an unpaid ticket for improper lane use from 2025, you owe $140. Well, let's take a look at this. I don't think I took it out of here. There it is. The ticket says that you were driving with a suspended license at South River Road and Lambert Road, not far from where you live, at about noon on January the 6th. Driving suspended is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Carries 2 points on your driving record, and it requires that your license be suspended. Let's take a look at your driving record. You're suspended because you didn't pay the ticket for improper lane use. You have an unpaid ticket in Kalamazoo for no proof of insurance. And this all happened while you're on probation. So you were restricted from 16th of January of 26. Starting January 16th, you get a restricted license. We're gonna need Mr. George. Maybe the city attorney will give you some consideration. Do you have money to pay your unpaid ticket that's here?
The 140?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can.
All right. Why don't you have a seat and we'll see if we can get the city attorney. Do you know Bradley Cowgill?
Sounds really familiar. I think I do know him. I think he's like one of my cousins or something.
He's got an open warrant for his arrest. So if you
If I
see
ever
him,
get in touch, I'll let him know.
if you see him, tell him he needs to get in here.
Okay.
All right, you have a seat and we'll see if we can get the city attorney to take a look at this. All right. All right, we're just gonna proceed. We can't find a public defender. Mr. Boggs, why don't you come up? Jordan, are you gonna need Pablo to talk with your client? He's in
I've
the
never
way.
heard from my clients, so probably.
All right, good morning. I've been just sitting here on the Group W bench waiting for something to happen. I haven't got a public defender and I only got one defendant. Mr. Boggs, why don't you come up to the podium and we'll talk about your case.
It's not able to take it. It's supposed to be Paul Gibson, so she's reaching out to him right now. Okay,
All right,
and I'll let you know as soon as I get anything, okay?
all right. This is Eric James Boggs. Good morning, Mr. Boggs. You got a ticket for leaving the scene of a property damage accident. That one carries 2 points. It allegedly happened on January 15th in the city of Three Rivers. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100 plus costs. Got Deputy Studebaker today, but we don't got any defendants. Why don't you bring them in the courtroom? I don't know why they're all sitting out in the hall. Lose Michelle and everything goes haywire. I don't know anything about this, Mr. Boggs. Although I do know it carries 2 points. There's nothing on the ticket. You don't have anything on your driving record except a couple of no proof of insurances. Did you have insurance at the time of this accident?
Yes.
All right, well, that's good. So I don't have a public defender here. So my recommendation would be we either set this for a pretrial with the prosecutor or I get an attorney to help you with this. What's your preference? Or you can simply plead guilty to it if you wish to, but I'm recommending we take another look at it. Are you missing work right now?
I'm supposed to be at work.
Where do you work?
Walmart.
Well, I apologize. I don't know why we don't have a public defender, but I can't. Yes?
All of your son's supposed to be covering.
Yes, that's what I heard.
But you guys try to get hold of them.
Well, what shift do you work at Walmart?
First.
Sorry about that. I don't get into Walmart during the day. In fact, I don't go there much.
Now this is a critical moment. David Sweet is facing a felony methamphetamine charge, which could have carried years in prison. But look closely, the prosecutor and defense negotiated a plea down to simple use, reducing it to a misdemeanor with no jail and no probation. This is a huge legal maneuver. It saves the defendant from what could have been a life-altering sentence. Notice how the judge carefully confirms that no promises or threats were made to secure the plea. Audience, ask yourself, would you have accepted this deal if it meant avoiding years behind bars? It's a textbook example of how plea bargaining can dramatically change outcomes in the justice system.
I'm gonna reset this. So defendant plead not guilty. I knew what I knew now. I would have done this 20 minutes ago. Let you get on your way. We'll set it out for. As I said, I don't know anything about it. There's nothing on here but the ticket. I'm gonna set it for next Tuesday, February 11th. At 8:30. And I apologize. Let me give you a notice and let you get back to work. This is a 2-6 or, yeah, 2-6-7-6. That would be 2-10 next Tuesday. I apologize. We'll take another shot at it next week. I'm gonna meet with the prosecutor. I'll have more information. So you can go, sir. Sorry for the wait. You're good to go.
That's not a good deal.
Oh, they get the notice? Oh.
No.
Maybe it's one. This is file number 23586SM. It's from several years ago. It charges an embezzlement over 200, but less than $1,000. It's alleged that you were an employee at Walmart and you were working some sort of scheme with bottle slips. So there's a warrant out for your arrest, which I'm going to recall because you're here. Do you still live on Miller Road in Constantine? Where, just tell me what town you live in.
I live in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay. Ms. Schmittendorf, my advice would be that you plead not guilty and get a lawyer to help you with this and set it for a pretrial with an attorney. Is that acceptable to you?
I mean, I don't have enough money to hire an attorney.
All right, I'm gonna appoint one for you. What do you do now?
I am a telemarketer for a home improvement company, and I am a server at Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right, I'm gonna show plead not guilty. Recall warrant. Should you be printed?
Wilson is on his way. He should be here in a few minutes.
I'll be done before he gets here.
Well,
That's his problem. All right. Recall warrant. Need to be printed. Appoint an attorney. Set an attorney pretrial for March 6th at 8:30. The good news is there's no longer a warrant out hanging over your head. If you got stopped for a taillight or something in Michigan, they would have arrested you on this. It's charged as over 200, but less than 1,000. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Did they give her an advice of rights?
Yes.
All right, now they're going to give you some paperwork with your lawyer's name and number on it.
Okay.
I want you to call that number and make an appointment to discuss the case with them. Also, when you go to see the clerk, you need your current contact information.
Okay.
So the bailiff's going to take you out to the court office. And we're going to give you that information. And you give the information on how to contact you. Anyway, your next court date is March 6th at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
All right, now where is Miss, things are so screwed up this morning. Where's Mr. Pantalea?
As we wrap up today's cases, here's what we learned. The courtroom is a delicate balance of procedure, negotiation, and enforcement. Defendants like Sweet and Cowgill got crucial breaks through plea deals or court discretion, while the judge ensured that everyone understood their rights and obligations. Even complex cases like embezzlement or probation violations were handled with structured guidance. Remember, every decision here impacts lives. Fines, probation, jail time, or second chances. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to hit that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom moments and legal analysis.